Ladder climbers, Antoine Wade here from Elevate to the Unknown and the Wade Report in nextgenheights.com. And it is Friday, November the 28th, 2025, 7 a.m. Central. And we are live on a daily climb. Black Friday. Right now, millions of Americans are in line at Target, at Walmart, at Best Buy. They're spending $8.6 billion today. But here's what they're not telling you. Spending is actually down 4.3% from last year. Gen Z, down 23%. People are shopping, but they are scared. Okay? I want you to type here in the chat if you are rocking with me on this Black Friday morning. Guys, let me tell you what's really happening. 52%. That's how many American workers fear losing their job to AI. That number doubled in 1 year. Last year, it was 28%. This year, 52, doubled. 73% of American workers can't afford anything beyond the basics. The basics of rent, food, utilities, that's it. Nothing left for savings, nothing left for emergencies, nothing left for the future. And if you are one of these types, and if your paycheck was delayed by just 1 week, 78% of workers would struggle to pay their bills. 1 week. I want you guys to type 1 week in the chat if that's you. Okay, type 1 week in the chat if that's you. This is the fear economy. And today I'm going to show you two stories. One man, 83 years old, burnt through $150,000 in retirement savings. Still can't find a job. Another man, high school dropout, learned AI on ChatGPT, now works at OpenAI on the SOAR team. Same economy, two different outcomes. Which side will you be on? And one more thing, Full Stack Academy, $3,000 off. It ends today, not tomorrow, not next week. Guys, this is the Daily Climb. Let's get into it today, okay? The fear economy. That's what I'm going to be introducing you to a new term also called FOBO. Many of you guys may not have heard of this one before, but it is fear of becoming obsolete. That's what it's called. Fear of becoming obsolete. This is the fear economy, guys. Let's see who's all in the house before we jump into it. Good to see you, EG Network. Get your training started today. I love it. Topaz is in the house. Big Suggs is in the house. Big Suggs, thank you for the early morning Discord, my man. I responded back to you. And I was actually going to set up a Zoom call with you to walk you through, but we'll get on that another time. But get to see you, Danny. Get to see you, SS. Get to see you, the Life of Cam is in the house. Get to see you, Mr. Governor. Get to see you guys this beautiful morning. It is Friday. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic Thanksgiving. But now it's time to get back to the real world, okay? It's Friday, November the 28th, 2025. And it's Black Friday. And I need to tell you about the fear economy. That's what I need to tell you about, okay? You need to learn about the fear economy. Let me give you a number. 0.4%. That is your chance of getting a job right now. In this market that we are in. 0.4%. You know what has a better acceptance rate? Harvard, 3.6%. You have a better chance of getting into Harvard than getting a job in this economy that we are in right now. 242 applications per job opening. The CEO of Greenhouse, the hiring software company, said this: nobody's happy with the current situation. Okay. I want to introduce you to another term that you guys are probably going to be hearing in your corporate world. Or maybe not. Maybe you hear it on the news. It's a new term called FOBO, fear of becoming obsolete. It's what workers are feeling right now. 52% fear AI taking their job. That number doubled in 1 year. And here's what's happening because of that fear. Workers are hoarding knowledge. They're keeping secrets. They're not sharing ideas. They're not sharing what they know because they think, hey, if I'm the only one who knows this, they can't fire me. That's FOBO. Type FOBO in the chat if you felt fear of becoming obsolete. Type it in the chat. And here's the thing. There's a massive disconnect between executives and employees. Harvard Business Review published a study. 76% of executives, they think their employees are excited about AI. 76%. How many employees actually feel excited? 31%. 76 versus 31. The people at the top have no idea what's happening on the ground. No idea. Now, let me show you the layoff numbers. 1.09 million. That's how many workers have been laid off in 2025 through October. 1.09. That's up 60% from last year. October alone, 153,000 job cuts. That's the highest October in 20 years. Who's doing the cutting? We talked about them. Verizon, 13,000, HP, 6,000, Amazon, 14,000 corporate jobs, Microsoft, 15,000, UPS, 48,000, Nestle, 16,000. And what are they saying? AI, efficiency, transformation. Same words, different company, same result. You are out the door. Burnout. Let's talk about that. It has hit a 6-year high to the point where I'm seeing this and I'm talking to people in coaching sessions to where I created an app to help my ladder climbers to determine if they're burning out or not. But 72% of employees are experiencing moderate to very high stress. This is the fear economy. And guess what? It's not going away. In this next segment, I'm going to tell you about the trap worker, why 75% of workers are staying in jobs that they hate, and they're doing it out of fear. And I'm going to tell you 2 stories that will hit you. I want you guys to stay with me on this second segment, okay? I need to talk to you guys about the trap worker. There is a new phenomenon. It's called job hugging. 75% of workers are planning to stay in their current jobs through 2027. 70%. You might think, oh, that's loyalty. That's commitment. That's I want to be with my friends. That's I love this company. No. It's fear. 48% said they are staying because of fear or the economic uncertainty. They are not staying because they are happy. They're not staying because they are terrified, or they are staying because they are terrified. They're not staying because they have some friends. They're not staying because they believe in the company's mission. They are staying because they are terrified. And here's the cruel part. 69% of those workers who are experiencing financial stress say that stress is what keeps them in jobs that they want to leave. Ain't that something? The financial stress that's destroying their sleep, their mood, their energy, their health. In the same thing that's trapping them in the job, that's causing the stress, that's the trap. I want you guys to type trap in the chat if you feel stuck in a job that you want to leave. Type it in the chat. I want to share with you an article that I came across in Business Insider today. Excuse me. Let me tell you about someone. He's a millennial in San Francisco. He worked as a contractor at Microsoft and Amazon. So two big, large tech companies. He was making $120,000 a year. 120. Good money. Good amount of money. December 2023, he got laid off. He relied on unemployment benefits and food stamps for a year. A whole year. Now what is he doing? He's a ghost tour guy. $30 an hour. He's a UPS postal service mail carrier. $24 an hour. He projected that 2025 would be a good year for him, but it's not. His projected 2025 income, $55,000, down from $120,000. $120,000 to $55,000, more than half of his income gone. But here's the part that got me. He's hiding these jobs from his resume. On his resume, he lists independent communications consulting business. That's not real. He's hiding the ghost tour. He's hiding the mail carrier because he thinks employers will judge him. And he might be right. What do you guys think? He might be right. I want you guys to type hiding in the chat if you've ever hidden a job from your resume. Type hiding in the chat. Let me tell you about Michael Pamani, 47 years old, software engineer at Amazon. February 2023, he got put on a PIP. Many of you guys don't know what a PIP is, but it's a performance improvement plan. Now, if you've ever been in corporate America, you know what a PIP means. It means you are on your way out. To the wall. Out the door. Michael said this, from what I heard, once you are in a performance improvement plan, you are on your way out at Amazon. So what did he do? He started applying for jobs immediately, but he knew it could take a while. So he used his remaining paternity leave from when his daughter was born, 2 months of leave. That bought him some time to search for a new job while still getting paid. By late May, he got an offer from Mobilityware, a gaming company. A friend referred him. That referral got him the interview. Here's what he said in the article. You'd have to study for a few months to be able to do those questions. He was talking about the interview process. His advice, find ways to carve out enough time for your job search, even if it means getting creative. Here's a data point that matters. One employee referral is worth 40 cold applications. That's 40. Michael got his job through a friend. The millennial in San Francisco is still struggling. That's the difference. That's the difference, guys. In this next segment, I'm going to talk about an 83-year-old who burnt out, and he burnt through $150,000, and he can't get hired. And I'm going to talk about a high school dropout who learned AI on ChatGPT and now works at OpenAI. The same economy, guys. Two outcomes. I want you guys to stay with me on this segment. Before we continue, if you guys are getting value from the show, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the like button, do it right now. Before we continue, if you guys are getting stories that you resonate with, understanding of what to do, what not to do, hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell as well. Every like on this video helps this video reach more ladder climbers. Every subscribe helps this channel grow. We go live every single weekday, 7 a.m. Central. This is for your career. This is the Daily Climb. Okay? If you guys believe in this mission, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Do it right now, okay? Let's get back to segment 3. I'm going to show you two Americas in this segment. The same economy, two completely different outcomes. William Coburn, 83 years old. Business Insider published his story today. William owned a business. It closed. So he started looking for work. He applied for every maintenance technician role that he could find. He even got a commercial driver's license at 83 years old. And he did it to make himself more hireable. It's kind of like when you lose a job and you go and get a certification to make yourself more hireable. That's exactly what William is doing. He got a commercial driver's license to make himself more hireable. He's in excellent health. He feels like he's 40, but he can't find work. Here's what he said. I'm 83 years old, but I feel like a 40-year-old man. But I'm probably a liability to them because of my age. He's burnt through $150,000 in retirement savings. $150K gone. And here's the quote that will break you. Social Security does not pay you enough money to even live on. By the end of the month, I'm broke, he says. By the end of the month, I'm broke. 83 years old, worked his entire life, still applying for jobs, can't get hired. I want you guys to type 83 in the chat if William's story hits you. Type 83 in the chat. Many people would say, dang, William, you had a company. You didn't do what was right. Many people would say, that's just sad, man. That's what Big Sugg says, sad. Many people know people like this in their family. 83 years old, still have to work because they didn't make the right decisions. That's why it's sad. That's why it's sad. This is one America, 83 years old, still having to look for work. Let me show you another one. Okay, let me show you another one. Gabriel Peterson, a high school dropout from Sweden. He left high school in 2019 to join a small startup. He had to learn how to code out of necessity. No degree, no credentials, just problems that needed solving. Then he wanted to learn machine learning. So how did he do it? ChatGPT. He said this on a podcast this week. He said, universities don't have a monopoly on foundational knowledge anymore. You can just get any foundational knowledge from ChatGPT. Let me say that again. Universities don't have a monopoly on foundational knowledge anymore. Here's his method. He would ask ChatGPT which project to build, then have it generate the code. When he ran it and he ran into bugs, he would fix them with the model's help, then drill into specific components until ideas clicked. Top-down learning. Start with the problem, work backwards to the knowledge. Where is he at now? He's a research scientist at OpenAI on the Sora team. Sora, that's the AI that makes videos. That's the AI that makes those crazy videos that you see on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. The ones with the chiropractors jumping on somebody's back and snapping them up, or throwing the old grandma out the window. He is the data scientist or the research scientist on the SOAR team. He's a high school dropout. He learned AI on ChatGPT, now works at OpenAI. It started with a dream and a vision and execution. Not I'm going to do this today, not I'm going to do this tomorrow, not I'm going to do this, and not because my brain works this way and I don't know what to do and I'm just going to do everything and get nothing done. This is, I know what I want to do, and I'm going to dream about doing that, and I'm going to execute on it. This is what he did. That's Gabriel's story. I want you guys to type dropout in the chat if Gabriel's story gives you hope. Type it in the chat. But here's what else Gabriel said. Gabriel said this: companies just want to make money. You show them how to make money, then you can code and they'll hire you. Not for your degree, not for your credentials, not where you went to school. It is because of results. And here's what matters for you. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, said this last month: I'm envious of the current generation of 20-year-old dropouts, because the amount of stuff you can build, the opportunity in this space is so incredibly wide. Same economy. Okay. Same economy. William, 83, burnt through $150,000 in his savings, can't get hired. Gabriel, high school dropout, learned AI on ChatGPT, works at OpenAI. What's the difference? Gabriel positioned himself. He positioned himself for where the world is going. He is doing the work of where the world is going, not holding on to the past. He's not holding on to where the world once was. He is doing the work where the world is going. That's basically it. And that's the lesson. That's the lesson. The money, the trail to the money is right in front of you. The trail into the money is right in front of all of us. It's there. You see the investments every single day. This company doing this in AI infrastructure. This company doing this in AI infrastructure. We talk about this on a constant basis. If you are not leveraging your time to build, to learn, to implement, to sell anything in the AI world, you're going to be like the man that's 83 years old asking for work. Don't be that person. You're a ladder climber. In this next segment, I'm going to show you the escape routes. How people are making $31,000 on the side training AI. And why you don't need a PhD to do cutting edge AI work. Plus, we're going to talk about how full stack ends. I want you guys to stay with me on this next segment, okay? Before we continue on this next segment, let me tell you about the Patreon. Okay? On the Patreon, you get early access to content. You get the community. You get Saturday calls. You get direct access to me. If you want to go deeper, if you want to connect with other ladder climbers, you get the chance to do that. If you want to support this mission, check out the Patreon and the link in the description of this video. We're building something, and we're building something special. And if you want to be a part of it, check out the Patreon. Okay? If you guys are just tuning in, it looks like the numbers just spiked. Welcome back. Or if you're just joining us, Welcome to the Daily Climb. It is Black Friday 2025, and now I'm going to show you the escape routes because yes, the fear economy is real, but people are finding the ways out. And in this show, we give you solutions. That's what we do. We bring you solutions. Let me tell you about Ryan Adams. Ryan Adams lives in Virginia. He has a full-time job at a health and environmental nonprofit organization. On the side, he trains AI. He works on a platform called Code Outlier. 20 to 25 hours a week. In 18 months, he's made $31,000. $31,000 on the side. That's about 1/3 of what he makes at his full-time job. This is his words. 18 months ago, I would not have believed that I could have an AI-related side hustle without working in tech. This is what he said. This is what he said. Another person, Elizabeth Boyd, lives in Florida. She started on Outlier as a law domain expert. Now she works 30 to 35 hours a week. Her rate, $45 an hour. AI training has become her main source of income. I want you guys to type side hustle in the chat if you're building one. If you're building a side hustle, type side hustle in the chat. Can't build a side hustle though if you don't have a job. Okay? Let me tell you about someone who took a bigger leap. Jim Kukrow, 54 years old, Cleveland, cancer survivor. He was working a sales job at a coaching company for years. He was a top sales rep 4 years in a row of the years that he's been working there. 4 years in a row plus other sales accolades. He was the director of sales after that. And he quit. Why? Why'd he quit? The reason why he quit was he said this: I really just stopped feeling alive in it. Stop feeling alive. After beating cancer, after COVID, he asked himself, do I really want to keep doing this? His answer was no. So this is what he did. This is what he did. He started a party boat business. It's called the Cleveland Floaters. His mission? Get people off their phones and together on a boat, dancing, singing, connecting. He said, I'm betting really heavily that over the next 20 to 30 years, we are going to see a real big pushback to live experiences in human connection. That's what he said. He said all this AI stuff, all this non-human connection stuff, the value is going to be real human connection. And it's going to go towards people who are in live experiences, in human connection, the realness. What do you think platforms are so important for? YouTube channels, where you guys get a chance to see people say, pick their nose and all kind of crazy stuff. What do you think platforms are important for? What do you think people start YouTube channels for? What do you think people watch YouTube channels for? It's because of the human connection. Jim said he felt like he was burning out. So he said he stopped. That's Jim's story, guys. Many of you guys understand what that feels like. Now let me talk about actions, guys. Action number 1, Full Stack Academy. $3,000 off. The price is $10,995 instead of $13,995. The deadline is today, not tomorrow, not Monday. Today, Friday, November the 28th. If you have been thinking about getting into the technical world of coding and so forth, if you've been waiting, this is it. Link it in the description. We'll have that link in the description of this video. Your action 2, Microsoft Fabric. DP600, DP700, free certification vouchers worth $300 each. The deadline, December the 31st. 30 days, 33 days from now. Action number 3, AWS. 25% off all exams plus free retake if you don't pass it. First attempt deadline, February 15th, 2026. Retake deadline, March 31st. Okay. You got full stack. You got Fabric. You got AWS if you're going for Amazon. Now, let me give you one more story. Just one more. Devi Parekh, 41 years old. She was a senior director of generative AI at Meta. Let's see if I can get her on the screen here. We'll pass on that image of her on the screen right now. Let's go to this one. But she was a senior director of generative AI at the Meta, the Facebook, the Instagram, the company that does it all. She has a PhD from Carnegie Mellon. Here's what she said. She said, don't assume that you need a PhD to do cutting edge AI work. Let me say that again. Don't assume you need a PhD to do cutting edge AI work. She said this: if your end goal is doing interesting AI work and learning how the sausage is made, you could spend those 5 to 6 years at startups or big labs instead. 5 to 6 years. That's how long a PhD takes. Or you could start building now. That's our point. Don't wait, start doing now. Action is so much better than just generating ideas and doing absolutely nothing. Execution is so much better than just talking about it and absolutely doing nothing. Gabriel Peterson, he proved it. He dropped out of high school. He learned AI through ChatGPT by reverse engineering problems. Now he works at OpenAI. The path exists, guys. The path exists. It's about execution. That's what it's about. And hopefully you get a chance to see it every single morning that we go live, right? You get a chance to see it every single morning that we go live. Get up every single day, do something for an hour, and do it over and over again. That's called execution. That's called building. When you're doing something for an hour every single day, other ideas are going to come to you. Then you're going to find yourself working a little bit longer. Then you're going to find yourself learning a little bit more. Then you're going to find yourself talking to a little more people, getting ideas. But keep your head down. Keep focused on the thing that you're supposed to be doing. Do not get distracted. And continue to do it over again. It gets better. It gets better. It gets better. The execution gets better. People start to believe in you then. You start to believe in yourself then. You start to actually see the results of what you're building. People start to compliment you. Then you are in the building phase. You got the momentum. The train is rolling. And then there's going to be so many distractions that's going to want to keep you out of doing that. Continue to do it. Continue to do it. Push through it. Every single day that you get up and you don't want to do it, tell yourself you got to do it. Tell yourself you got to do it. There's no choice. Then your mind is going to start believing it. And then your life is going to become just around that. And before you know it, you're going to have built something so big and have so much momentum that you're going to become unstoppable. And then you're going to be able to tell everything that you've learned to other people, and you're going to be able to sell it at a cost. Then money is not going to become an option for you or a issue for you because you're going to be making so much of it. It's not going to be a big deal. That's just how it works. Before we close out, let me tell you how to get this research that I do for this channel every single day in your inbox. Every single day, Monday through Friday, okay? If you want the research, if you want everything that we talked about on this show delivered to your inbox, sign up for the newsletter. Link is in the description of this video. Okay? We have over 900 people subscribed to our newsletter. We're going to continue to grow that thing to over 1,000. Okay? People actually read it, the data, the analysis, the actions in your inbox. There's a lot of times when you want to go through and you listen to the show and you don't want to take notes because you may be driving in a car, or you may be sitting down next to your wife, or you may be just sitting down in the morning drinking your cup of coffee with something else in your ear, or whatever it is, right? You hear something and it triggers something in you, but you can't remember to write it down, or you don't have the ability to write it down. Well, with this newsletter, it'll be right in your inbox. Links and everything for you to click on. You'll get it Monday through Friday, 11:30 Central. In your inbox. Check out the link in the description. Sign up for the newsletter. And guys, if you made it this far into a Black Friday episode at 7 a.m., you're different. You're different. Anybody who's made it this far on a Black Friday when most people are still sleeping or shopping, doing something else, you're different. And I appreciate you guys. But make sure you hit the like button on this video if you haven't done so already. And if you are not subscribed to the channel yet, hit the subscribe button. Consider joining the Ladder Climber community in the Patreon. We show up every single weekday, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Central. We are the Daily Climb, and we are here for your career. Hit the subscribe button. Let's grow this thing together, all right? Let me bring this home real quick. We started with Black Friday, $8.6 billion in spending today, but spending is down because fear is up. 52% of workers fear AI taking their job. That number doubled in 1 year. 73% can't afford anything beyond the basics. 78% would struggle if their paycheck was delayed 1 week. Now, you guys understand what it's like to be a government employee, because they went through how many days of the shutdown and wasn't able to get paid? They missed what, 2 to 3 checks? Struggling. Food bank lines long. This is America. That's America, especially in the state that it's in right now. You got 1.09 million layoffs that happened in 2025. You have 75% of people are job hugging, staying out of fear. No loyalty. It is because this is fear. They are scared. This is the fear economy. But I showed you also 2 Americas. William Coburn, 83. Burnt through $150,000 of his savings of his retirement and can't get hired. Social Security does not pay you enough money to even live on. By the end of the month, he says, I am broke. And you got Gabriel Peterson, a high school dropout. He learned AI on ChatGPT. Now he works at OpenAI. This is what he said. Universities don't have a monopoly on foundational knowledge anymore. It is in your hand. Same economy, guys. 2 outcomes. What's the difference? Gabriel positioned himself for where the world is going. You can't stop it. You can't say I'm not going to use it. You can't say I'm not going to do my job and I'm not going to train it because of my job and we can not use any of this stuff. You can't say that. You have to position yourself where the world is going, not where it was. Devi Parika said it. Don't assume you need a PhD. Ryan Adams proved it. 31,000 on the side as a side hustle, training AI. The escape routes exist, but you have to take them. Full stack ends today. Microsoft Fabric ends December. AWS runs through February. Fear at the end of the day won't save you. Now, why do I lead these shows with fear? Because that's what gets your attention. That's why we have the discussions in here to talk about the things that you can be doing so that you can position yourself to win. Hoping does not help, and hoping it doesn't affect you won't save you. Positioning yourself will. Taking action and doing will. I want you guys to type which side in the chat. Which America will you be in? Okay? Which America are you going to be in? I've said this before and I've asked you guys before. Which America are you going to be in? You're going to be in the side that is building? I know a lot of climates, people in this chat is going to be the one that's building. But maybe you are someone who hasn't heard this before and you're going to be complaining. You type that in the chat as well too. But at the end of the day, the fear economy is real. But so are the escape routes. Position yourself. And position yourself now. If you guys want to go deeper, check out the Patreon. Okay. Saturday calls, deep dives, direct access to me. Patreon.com/Black Heights. Link in the description of this video. And if you want the research in your inbox every single morning, Next Gen Heights, sign up. Check it out in the link in the description of this video as well too. Okay. This is Friday, November the 28th, 2025, Black Friday. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for trusting me with your mornings. Thank you so much for allowing me to give you the game on how to position yourself for this economy that we are currently in, especially as a professional in your life. Position yourself, learn AI, and get to the money. That's basically what it is. Get to the money. Omar Nike says he's building. Life of Cam says, Gabriel, I graduated high school with a 1.9 GPA and I'm better off than the valedictorian. Ain't that the truth? The Life of Cam making all kinds of money too. We know it. And he got a side hustle. He's my community manager, making all kinds of money with side hustles and everything. And that's not the only side hustle he has. God SJX says, I'm in California, been up since 3. Ooh, that boy said he working. Big Sug says repetition is key, right? Repetition is key. Doing the same things over and over again. That's how athletes become the best athletes in the world, because they take the shots. They take hundreds of shots, millions of shots, whatever it is. That's how Steph Curry became the best shooter in NBA history, because he did it over and over and over again. You want to become the best speaker? Speak. You want to become the best builder? Build. You want to become the person who makes a whole bunch of money? Learn how to sell. Sell. That's it. It's that simple. You can't say I want to sell one day. I want to do project management one day. I want to do data engineering one day. You got to pick one. You got to stick to it. And you got to earn it. You got to learn. That's it. That's how the world works. And it's taken some of us a long time to figure it out. I'm a late bloomer. It took me a long time to figure it out. Put in the work. You'll see the results. And it's not going to come overnight. The cool thing about us is that we are in a demographic and an age group to where we weren't used to the overnight success anyway. Maybe the younger generation is used to the overnight success, right? Because they've grown up on the Instagrams and so forth, and the platform where if you put out a video and it doesn't give you a response back, it's a failure. We didn't grow up like that. So we know that success doesn't happen overnight. Success comes from building. So if you are someone who's in your 30s and your 40s and your 50s and your 60s and 70s, you already know that success doesn't happen overnight. It comes with building. And it starts with building a strong foundation. If you don't have a strong foundation, your house is going to blow down. If nothing has a strong foundation, whatever it is that is being built on top of it is going to fall down. Build yourself a strong foundation. And to build yourself a strong foundation, you got to put in the work. That simple. Guys, I appreciate you guys. Go and enjoy the rest of your Friday. Many of you have the day off. I started my day with some work. I got to get some videos done today. I don't have the corporate job right now. I don't have anything to do right there besides update my Salesforce. No calls today. I'm going to relax and watch some podcasts and pump out some content. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Look into some of the things that we talked about on this show today. Subscribe to the newsletter so if you weren't able to take notes today, it will come to your inbox and you will have it at the palm of your hands, on your cell phone, on your email, wherever you check your emails at. You will have it. Guys, I appreciate you, each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We'll see you on Monday. Take care now. Bye-bye.